preserve the injured pilot's life. The next flight is named for the second Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Donald L. Harlow. Harlow Flight. Chief Harlow further developed the airman promotion system and revised eligibility for flight pay. They are followed by Gaylord Flight, named for the 5th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Robert Z. Gaylord. During his time, he worked to improve race and gender issues, influenced policy changes, and worked to improve Air Force image. The next flight is named for the 8th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Sam E. Parrish. Parrish Flight. Chief Parrish influenced improvements for military retirements and uniform changes. They are followed by Campanale Flight, named for the 11th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, David J. Campanale. Chief Campanale fought for retirement benefits and airman housing to improve troop retention. The next flight is named for the 16th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, James A. Roy. Roy Flight. Chief Roy influenced major change in developing airmen and making education more accessible to the force. They are followed by McKinley Flight, named for the 15th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Rodney J. McKinley. Chief McKinley influenced significant improvements in force shaping, retraining, and fitness standards. The last flight to pass in review is McCoy Flight, named for the 6th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Chief McCoy traveled extensively to seek out the opinions of the enlisted force to help shape the Air Force. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Kahan.
Please join me in prayer. Almighty God, we are gathered here today with great pride as we celebrate the graduation of the newest airmen of the United States Air Force. We thank you for their dedication and perseverance over the past 7.5 weeks, and for the support of their families and loved ones who have encouraged them throughout the BMT experience. We also thank you for our leaders and military training instructors, whose countless hours of determination have transformed recruits into warrior airmen of character. We also give thanks for the families who have supported them and sacrificed time with their loved ones, allowing them to accomplish their mission. We also rejoice with our newest MTIs who received their campaign hats today, and we ask your blessings on them as they work to train the next generation of America's airmen. We ask that as our airmen continue in their chosen path, you will guide and bless them as they selflessly serve our nation with integrity and excellence. May this be your will, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Gahan. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome to the Basic Military Training graduation. We are honored to introduce our 37th Training Wing leadership, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel William Fisher and his wife, Jamie. Today's reviewing official is the Commander, 37th Training Group, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Thomas Sherman, accompanied by his wife, Lori. Representing the Superintendent, Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Sharon Fuller. We would also like to recognize some of our distinguished guests, beginning with Brigadier General Jim Carroll, United States Air Force retired, and his wife, Jo. Brigadier General Gerald Otterbein, United States Air Force retired, and his wife, Lidette. The Assistant Adjutant General for Air, Ohio Air National Guard, Columbus, Ohio, Colonel Gregory Schmulo and his wife, Kristen. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, the Military Training Instructor School Class 150611 will receive their campaign hats. The dark blue campaign hat these instructors will receive today has been the symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on the traditions and esprit de corps of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of warrior airmen. The Commandant's Award recipient, Technical Sergeant Christopher Smith. Technical Sergeant Tiffany Dudley. Technical Sergeant David Bard. Technical Sergeant Latoria Ellis. Technical Sergeant Jason Allen. The Excellence in Instruction Award recipient, Technical Sergeant Quanzetta Young. Master Sergeant Hilda Holmes. the Distinguished Graduate Award recipient, Master Sergeant Aaron Lawhorn. Master Sergeant Jonathan Yeater. At this time, we ask all MTIs, past and present, to stand in a sign of unity as our graduates recite the MTI pledge.
It's a symbol of honor, professionalism, integrity, service, and excellence in all I do. My job is one of the most important to the Air Force, and I will spare no effort to properly prepare men and women for military service. I am dedicated to the principles of fairness, firmness, and honesty. I strive for perfection and reject mediocrity, both in my own personal behavior and in the performance of those I lead. I am an Air Force military training instructor, and above all, I am an American Airman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you the volunteers for the toughest job in the United States Air Force. These people have gone through an extensive training and vetting program, and I am here to certify to you that they have earned my trust and the trust of the Gateway Wing leadership that they will build the future of our Air Force, one trainee and one airman at a time. These people will be entrusted with the loved ones of America to defend our nation at home and abroad. And so I just have one charge for our newest MTIs. You must own the core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all you do. You have to own them because you are the guardians of those core values for our Air Force. You are also the enforcers of dignity and respect in our Air Force. You are the first line to ensure that those concepts continue every day in our Air Force. So as you build the Air Force, one trainee, one airman at a time, our nation is counting on you to be that first check, that model for everybody who comes into basic military training. We are so proud of you to accept this challenge, and I know that you will do great things for our Air Force. Congratulations.
Present, huh! Hold up, huh! Huh!
At this time, Colonel Fisher and Chief Master Sergeant Fuller will make a special awards presentation. 737 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, Master Military Training Instructor. A Master Military Training Instructor is one who is a total professional in all phases of basic training, is a leader among other instructors, exhibits one of the highest characteristics of ethics, morality, and integrity, fully supports the mission, traditions, and esprit de corps of Air Force basic military training, is the best of the best. The instructor who stands before you today has been awarded the title Master Military Training Instructor in recognition of his superior performance. From the 326th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Kyle Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for our newest Master Military Training Instructor.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to emphasize what the blue rope means to basic military training in the United States Air Force. The blue rope signifies people that have gone far above the call of duty. Sergeant Reed and his fellow Blue Ropes have done the professional development, have done the deliberate development classes, have enrolled in extra duty to prove to us that he has what it takes, not only to be a military training instructor, but to be a mentor for other military training instructors, to be the guardian of those core values, and help instill and train fellow MTIs so we can build an even greater Air Force for the future. So please help me welcome our newest mentor, our newest blue rope to the MTI Corps, Technical Sergeant Reed.
The airmen who will pass and review today have completed a demanding 7.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. They will lead the way for the thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Staff Sergeant Nicole Glenn, Military Drill and Ceremonies NCO, 319th Training Squadron. Colonel Sherman will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
In review.
Snap, partner. Ha! Snap, make post. Ha! Give your squadrons order up! Hands in review!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing the review today represent a portion of the 33,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest air force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass in review, they will march over the enlisted hero's walk. The airmen recognized in the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 7 Medals of Honor, 25 Air Force Crosses, and 171 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737 training group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray Flight. These flights are performing today under the direction of Staff Sergeant Adam Brotz, hometown from Prairie, Wisconsin. These trainees are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like for you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed in review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass in review. Military Drill and Ceremonies and CO 319 Training Squadron, hometown Washington, D.C. The Sherman Corps representing the Chief Master Sergeant Air Force number 14, Murray Flight, led by Master Sergeant Tanisha Harrington Harrison, hometown Oxford, California, and Technical Sergeant Diego Ochoa, hometown San Juan, Puerto Rico. 9, Signature Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Alicia Holloway, hometown Honolulu, Hawaii. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 1, Airman Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Marina Ayers, hometown Tumwater, Washington. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 10, Kingston Flight, led by Technical Sergeant James Booz, hometown Troy, Ohio. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 4, Barnes Flight, led by Master Sergeant Dexter Luke, hometown Sparta, Illinois. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 17, Cody Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Gisela Orr, hometown Detroit, Michigan. The flights selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 12, Benton Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Andrea Jefferson, hometown Monterey, California, and Technical Sergeant Alicia Shook, hometown Darby, Montana. The Squadron Commander is Staff Sergeant Charles Richardson, Military Drill and Ceremonies NCO, 321st Training Squadron, hometown Lacey, Washington. Representing Medal of Honor recipient Staff Sergeant Archibald Matthews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Nakisha Lewis, hometown Augusta, Georgia. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 2, Harlow Flight, led by Staff Sergeant Timothy Stevens, hometown Houston, Texas. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 5, Gaylor Flight, led by Master Sergeant Matthew Zarma, hometown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 8, Parish Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Richard Bonsra, hometown Charlotte, North Carolina. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 11, Campanale Flight, led by Staff Sergeant Paul Couch, hometown Muscatine, Iowa. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 16, Roy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Cynthia Hall, hometown Lexington, North Carolina. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 15, McKinley Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Megan Harper, hometown Mesquite, Texas. Representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 6, McCoy Flight, led by Master Sergeant Chalk Mitchell III, hometown Little Rock, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined, warrior airmen with a foundation to serve in the world's greatest Air Force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will attend technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 130 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at over one of 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibility and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations as we continue to fly, fight, and win. we would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our squadron honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguished themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication and integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of America's airmen for the support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known. Colonel Sherman will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
All right! Let's hear it! Let's hear it! This is a great day. Not only have we gotten to witness some wonderful pageantry and ceremony, but we are witnessing something incredibly significant here. Congratulations to the Air Force's newest airmen standing here before us now. There we go. Airmen, you represent the best of the United States, and you represent what makes this Air Force of ours great. You're living a tradition that spans over 240 years, when we realized in this great country of ours that things like freedom, liberty, and opportunity were important, and so we built a nation. We built a nation that became a light in the darkness, that became hope for the hopeless, that became a place that people could strive for, something to look up to. And when we look at the great icons of freedom that we have in this country, like the Statue of Liberty, and it says, "Bring me your tired, your poor huddled masses, yearning to be free, and I will give them shelter." Airmen, it is you standing in this crowd right now, it is you in this formation, that at this moment, you're providing shelter to this nation. You are enabling over 350 million Americans to sleep at night. You're enabling them to get up in the morning and put this country to work. And it's because of what you've done right now and the decision you made 7.5 weeks ago that brings us to this point. So whether you serve 4 years or 40 years in this United States Air Force, the most important thing is that you're standing here right here and right now. Let me hear it. So ladies and gentlemen, they did not get here alone. They did not get here alone, and there's a great liturgy and legacy that they have followed. I would like to have our veterans in the audience please stand. Look at the great numbers of you in our crowd today. Because of your decision, because of your courage, because of your sacrifice, and because you decided that doing something greater than yourself is important, has allowed us to have this formation today. What you see in front of you is your future. It's the future of our Air Force. It's the future of our country. And right now, they've walked in the very footprints that you have laid down for them. But I assure you, they will be making footprints of their own in the future and building their own legacy for this great country. And you have great reason to be proud because they will make you proud. I promise you. I promise you. I would like our MTIs to please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for these fine men and women, professional MTIs. Standing before you today is your legacy. It's your heart.
It's your soul. It's the very passion that you well up inside of you every single day that has left a thumbprint on the souls of these airmen that they will never forget for their entire lives. And it is because of you that our Air Force will continue. It is because of you that we have this great culture and identity, and you have built the United States Air Force. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate what you do, and I know that everyone in this audience does as well. Thank you. Now, to the audience and the crowd, send an applause to yourself right now. There you go. I want to hear it from the far reaches. Your love, your support, and your heart and soul that enabled these airmen to follow a dream and enable themselves to great things in serving their country is what brings us here today. I want to welcome you to this United States Air Force family because you're just as much a part of this now as every single one of these men and women that are standing before you. And I welcome you, and I thank you, and I promise you, you have every right to be proud of them, and they will make you proud each and every single day. So thank you. You honor us with your presence here today at this amazing ceremony, and you honor us by entrusting us with your sons and daughters to do something greater than themselves for the good of this country, and I applaud you. So finally, back to our airmen. Back to our airmen. 7.5 weeks ago, you showed up with the clothes on your back, and the Air Force gave you two very, very important things. It gave you a duffel bag full of stuff that has now created the identity that you are right now, and it gave you an opportunity. It gave you an opportunity. Never forget the feeling that you have in your heart right now. Never let that fire be quenched out, and remember that you serve and you serve honorably with men and women that stand beside you because you are a part of this family. I congratulate you. So I think they're ready. How about you?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Sherman will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
and I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airmen, on being a part of this tremendous effort. So let me ask you one question before we leave. Let me ask you one question before we leave. Are you ready to join the ranks of the greatest airmen in this world? Congratulations.
Thank you, Colonel Sherman. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I can answer my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its century and adventure. I defend my country with my life. I am an American airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Right turn. Turn.
As viewed from the bleachers from your left to your right, the first two flights are the Finch and Lake flights. The next two flights are the Binnaker and Erie flights. They are followed by the Fingston, Barnes, and Cody flights. Next is the Matthews and Harlow flights. They are followed by the Gaylor and Parrish flights. Next are the Campanale and Roy flights. The last two flights are the McKinley and McCoy flights. Airmen in the state flag mast, Benkin flight will be released to the visitors at the equipment locker to your left after they have secured the flags. Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving on to the grassy areas. For your safety, we also ask that you only use the stairs to exit the bleachers. All airmen are now released to their visitors. Thank you for attendance and enjoy the rest of your stay at Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas.